Hello.
Hey there. Fresh out of the shower, doing well.
Yeah.
I worked today cutting sheetrock. Do you know what that is?
Sorry, I don't.
I was cutting what is called sheetrock, or some people call it plasterboard.
Quite.
So it's what you have on all your walls. So it's all the pieces that when you look at all your walls, what they paint,
Oh,
that material comes 4 feet by 8 feet. And then you can cut it into sections. And so I'm making 2-foot squares for the ceiling.
oh. You are busy today.
I'm earning my keep. And then we have to paint them and I have to cut holes. We're gonna install some new lights.
Okay.
So how was your week so far? It's been good?
Yeah. Today I watched the game to Roma, my team, Roma team.
Your local team.
Yeah. Yeah.
So not the country team, but the regional.
Yeah. The Roma won against the Holland team.
Holland, all right.
I'm happy.
I can imagine. What was the score?
The score is a 1-1, but the Rome won. The Rome won the last game, the first game.
Okay, oh, so they won the first game and they were winning the second game, or they finished the second game?
Yeah, finish 1-1, but the Rome pass.
Okay.
Pass the step.
Oh, okay. But how does that work? If it's a tie, it counts to go up the level?
Yeah, it's a semi-final in Europe. Yeah.
So they don't continue to play until somebody gets 2 to 1?
Yeah, now the next game is against the English team.
Very good.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, so we're gonna have some fun here today. This is gonna be a combination of review, and there may be some new things in here.
Okay.
So,
it's the test.
It's the practice for the test. We'll see how well you do. If you get 100, it's the exam. If you really want to see this part, look at that.
Oh, okay. Real life English.
You're the first person to take this version the way it is. So we'll see if it's correct or if I need to make changes.
Okay.
All right. So in the first part, we're going to be working with to be. So it could be there is, there are, there was, I am, he is.
Okay. Okay. Only the verb to be. Okay.
Right.
Okay. I start. And there are some time before the game to buy snacks.
Okay, so you say there are. What makes you choose are? Is that for count or non-count?
Time before the game to buy snacks is a plural.
Buying snacks is separate from the game. There is some time to buy snacks.
Okay, yeah.
Time is what we're looking at.
Yes, there is some time before the game to buy snack. Is one person. There is.
It's not about people. We're talking about there is or there are
the people. People is no count.
No. We're not worrying about the people. We're worrying about time. There is time. There are time. There was time.
There, okay.
There is time. Now in Spanish, we would say hay tiempo.
Oh, no, no, now I translate exactly. Okay. This is about the time. If we have the time before the game to buy the snack. Okay.
So we're saying, yes, there is. So
There
it's tricky. That's why I use this one.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't put that first. Then people have no confidence. All right, let's go to number 2.
When when okay, this is the question. When okay, when are those the people moving into the house?
So when are those people moving into the house is correct.
Okay.
Now I'm going to go back to the first one for a moment. Do we have a time in here? Like, I mean, past, present, or future? There really is nothing that gives us, the only thing that gives us the time, the reference would be there is, there was, or there will be. So we could actually do future here.
Yeah.
There will be some time before the game to buy snacks.
There is some time before the game buy snacks is present.
All right, yeah. So if we're at the game,
okay,
and you're hungry, and I say, oh, go ahead, don't worry, there is some time before the game. The game doesn't start for 30 minutes. Or
in the future is there will be.
Yeah.
There will be some time before they can buy snack. In the past, there was.
Yeah.
Some.
So all 3 of those are acceptable. I could determine, I could say use future or use past. So I might make that, do that. Right now you have 3 options. There was, there is, there will be.
In the number 2, the future, when will be those people moving to the house?
So that doesn't work. So if we wanted to do the future, when will those people be moving?
Without be.
No, we have to use be, but we have to put it right here. When will those people be moving? And be moving is future continuous.
When will those people
be moving? When will he be moving? When will I be moving? When will you be moving? What happens is will be gets separated. Will tells us we're going into the future. Be moving is the form for continuous. When are those people moving into the house? When were those people? We were not going to use it in the past. When were those people moving into the house? You could, but it's instead, because it's complete, we would say, when did those people move into the house? When did they move? When are they moving? When will they be moving? So because we don't have be here, future is not possible.
The rule says I put be before the verb.
Before that continuous verb.
continuous were. Okay.
So that's good. That's good. When were those people moving? When will those people be moving? Or when are those people moving?
Okay.
So right now, only in this form we could use
but
are or were.
this is a present continuous. In the simple present, same, I put be before the verb.
When do those people move into the house would be simple present.
When?
When do those people move?
Okay.
Move because it's simple present.
Okay, because
do move because it's a question.
Because if it's a present, I don't need a will because a will is a future.
And I use will.
Yeah, okay. I confused.
So this is good. This is what I wanted to hear is
okay.
What parts are clear or difficult?
Okay.
All right, let's look at number 3.
Are there any good movies showing at the theater?
Okay.
Okay.
Now, could we do the past?
Okay. Did there are any good movies showing? Okay. Did any good movie show at the theater? No.
So here's the key. We have to use is or are or will. Not, so we say that's for past. So when were there? Just simply were there any good movies?
Are there any good movies showed at the theater?
That would be present. In the past, are changes to were. Were there any good movies?
Showed. Showed.
No, I'm not. I'm still doing continuous. If you want to go into simple past, did any good movies show at the theater? Or were there any good movies at the theater? Don't even worry about showing.
Did any good movies show at the theater? Okay.
Yeah, you could do that. Let me use an example.
No, but I remember that I need use did. But
we're going to use did if we're using simple past.
Okay.
Okay, if we're going to be using continuous, if we see ing, don't think about do or does or did.
Okay.
Do, does, and did are used for questions and for simple present and for simple past.
Okay, in this case, what is the exactly question?
Okay, so if we do it in the present, are there?
Are there any good movie? Or
oh, sorry. Are there any good movies showing at the theater? Now, I don't know in Italian, but there are and there is. In Spanish, they use the word hay, H-A-Y, from the verb haber. You might have a similar verb because there is one word in Spanish. There are is the same word in Spanish. No difference, count, non-count, singular, plural.
in Italian is there is c'è is singular.
So c'è gente, c'è personas.
Yeah, and there are plural. Ci sono.
Oh, it is different for plural. Okay.
Okay, but sorry, you can repeat the number 3 exactly in the
you want in the past?
Yeah.
Then we just simply use were. We're either going to use were or are.
no, with this is are there any good movies showing at the theater is with the past continuing, no? Past continuing.
Are is present.
Are.
Are is present. I
Are.
am, he is, they are is present.
Okay. In the past,
I was, they were
I was.
there.
I was.
Were there any good movies showing at the theater?
I was. Any good movies showing? Okay. Or
don't use I. I only gave you that for reference, that we are using was or were in the past. That is the only form of to be. We asked for to be. We didn't ask for do, does, or did.
Okay.
And we didn't ask for any people. We didn't ask for any pronouns.
Okay. And the other way is did any good movies show?
When you ask for the other way, do you want simple past, or do you want simple present, or do you want simple future? Which one do you want?
Okay.
So if we want to do
in
simple present,
the simple present is are there any good movies showing at the theater? Okay. The simple.
In fact, if we just took this word out, because I think that's what's causing some confusion. Were there any good movies at the theater? Are there any good movies at the theater? Will there be any good movies at the theater? Will there be?
This is a for the future. Okay.
Yeah, will there be any good movies? The showing is incidental to this.
Okay.
So we don't have to worry about it being continuous, but we certainly, if we have ing, we don't use do, does, or did.
For me, the problem is decide what form used in the conversation.
Okay.
I don't know.
We do a lot with present continuous when we're talking about our actions of the day. You know, I am eating now. I am eating. I will eat later. I'm going to eat later. I was eating just before.
Yeah, because same. I in my language in Italian. Okay, I understand very well the language, but I don't use all form. You understand my?
Well, we don't either. There are some forms that just are awkward. They're
yeah, I understand, and when the someone study the language, need learn all form, but when practice, you use the form more easy for you.
Mm-hmm.
No, you understand my.
Well, I'll give you an example. I come in and I see the door is closed and it was open before. So I ask you the question. Now the door is closed, right? So that action is in the past. So I could use simple past or past continuous. I could say, were you closing the door? But that doesn't make much sense. I would ask, did you close the door?
Okay.
Because the action is complete. The door is no longer open.
Yeah.
Now, if I hear you making noise, I see somebody singing, and I come into the room and nobody is singing, I could now ask you two options. Were you singing? Or I could ask you, did you sing? Which one you think is more likely? Did you sing or were you singing? Or it doesn't matter?
Did you sing?
So because you stopped, I have the option to say, did you sing? It's complete.
Yeah, because in my mind, did is exactly past.
Sure.
I arrive, okay, my mind arrived before for understand the past, I did.
Okay. And definitely did indicates a completed action. Now, if you are no longer singing and I don't hear the music, then everything is complete. But if I hear the radio, but you are not singing, the radio is still making the sound or the music. That action is continuous. Now I'm going to prefer to say to you, oh, were you singing? I hear the music. I'm hearing the music. So I imagine parallel, you were singing, the music was playing together, two actions continuous.
Okay, but I understand this is I need practice for.
Well, you know, learning the did and the was and were continuous. Sometimes you have the option of both. Sometimes it's, you know, if I call you on the phone and you are, I see on the video you're wiping your mouth, I say, oh, I'm sorry, were you eating? I'm not going to say, oh, did you eat?
Yeah.
Because I see the action.
The option is a lot. Yeah, I understand, because in my language is same. For say one things, I have a lot different way. It's the same in English. The problem for me, I don't understand very well the English, and I'm repressed for try the exactly right way.
And that's good. And that is one reason why these kinds of things are important to practice.
This exercise is nice.
All right, so let's do this one in the present.
This is number 4. Are there any furniture store near here?
Very good. And notice this is not an action kind of sentence.
Okay.
In fact, this action of the past, you're not likely to say, were there any good movies showing? Because it is complete. You are more likely to use this only in the present with the word showing. So I'm going to think about if I want to keep that. The idea of showing is maybe I want to go. So if I ask you, are there, then I say, oh, then let's go this week. Let's go together. All right. Could I say, were there any furniture stores near here? Not, probably not, unless I'm doing a criminal investigation and need to know the history of the stores from like 10 years ago. You know, I'm trying to find some historical information. All right, number 5.
Why?
I'm going to do this in the past. This is a good one for the past.
Why? Why was there a police officer outside her house?
Very good. Why was there? Okay. All right. Next one. Let's see. We could do present.
there is
Okay, good.
a hat on the table.
Now I'm going to do something here. I'm going to make this one future.
Okay. And will there be enough chairs for everyone?
Mm-hmm. What I really should do to make this better is do that.
Will there be? Yeah.
Now we can feel it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do this one in the past.
Okay. And
I'm going to add something here. I'm going to make some fun for you. We're also going to make it negative.
okay. Wasn't there a pillow on the bed?
Excellent. So 1 minute you remember seeing the pillow, you go out, you come back. Wow, where's the pillow? Wasn't there a pillow on the bed? Am I going crazy? All right.
Okay. This is
I'm going to take this word out, and the reason why is I'm going to make this present negative.
okay. There aren't shrimps dishes on the menu.
Okay, dishes.
Dishes. There
Very good.
aren't shrimp dishes on the menu.
Okay. How about the next one? Also in the present. This time not
Okay.
negative.
There are no shrimp on my plate.
Very good. So there are no or there aren't are the same. What happened is here, shrimp is an adjective.
Yeah.
It's what kind of dish?
Yeah. This is in the second is inverse.
Well, in here it's a noun.
Shrimp and
so here shrimp is the noun, and here dishes is the noun, and dishes is plural, but shrimp doesn't change either way. All right. Complete each sentence with much or many.
How many time is there to finish our work today?
Okay, now we learned before that time is not countable.
And for not countable, I use many. For countable, no?
Much is for measure, like liquid. How much coffee?
Okay, for
time we don't think of it as countable.
Minutes
are countable. Hours are countable.
Yeah.
Time is a concept.
Yeah, I remember this by confuse. I say the inverse. Okay, because the time is countable. Okay. And there aren't many students in class today.
Very good.
Because it is accountable.
Okay.
I like her very much because it's not countable.
Only how many roses, how many flowers you give.
Yeah. Okay. This is okay. How much money do you have?
Very good.
Are there many cars in the parking lot.
That's good. Okay.
You don't make many mistakes, do you?
Okay, good.
There isn't very much tea left in the teapot.
Very good. How about that word, teapot?
Teapot is the bowl.
So it's a special container that you put the water in,
Yeah.
and then you put the tea in
Yeah.
with it. So yeah, usually it has some kind of lid or top that you can open, let the vapor out. All right, number 8. You're on a roll here.
She doesn't like to much meat in the sauce.
Good.
How many people do you know in your building?
All right.
There isn't very much oil left in the world.
Nice. All right. So we'll continue with count and non-count. You know,
Okay.
this wants me to do the capital
Okay.
F. I'll do it and make it happen.
Water is a no count.
Okay.
Apple count. Man count. Oil no count.
Okay.
Butter no count.
Good.
Window count.
Sure.
Cup count. Pencil count. Rice no count. Computer count. Time count. Friend
No,
count.
time we don't count.
Time no count.
Same thing, time and money. How much time? How much money?
Yeah. Same with the man. Yeah, money. Friend is a count. Money no count. Snow no count. Table count. Cake. Oh, cake. I remember. I don't know, because for cake is strange, because I remember, in my opinion, is count. But I don't know, maybe it's no count, because you can divide in different part. And
here's what's interesting. If you told me you worked in a bakery, well, then of course you are selling many cakes, maybe 10 cakes every day. 5 are birthday cakes, 2 are anniversary cakes, etc. So cakes are important to your business. They're very countable. They're your inventory. But if you buy a cake for your family and you're just going to cut the pieces, now we don't always cut everyone. Some people want a small piece, a large piece.
yeah,
So how much cake do you want? Oh, it's chocolate. I want a lot.
You
So
can.
Then it's non-count.
You can divide in 10 parts, 8 parts, depends.
Right, your options. So we say non-count.
Is a not countable.
Right.
Sand not countable. French fries. This is the same. French fries, in my opinion, is countable.
We say countable because it has the S to make it plural.
Yeah,
that's
because
the best reason.
You decide how many French fries you want to eat.
Exactly. And that's the difference. I just think that if you use your fingers to put in your mouth, then it is countable.
Yeah.
If you have a tray, and on the tray are many French fries, I put in the oven, I bake it in the oven, I take out, and now I'm just going to push them, right? How much do you want, or how many do you want? I'm not counting. You're not counting. How much do you want? A lot or a little? So then it's non-countable the way I am serving you. I'm not, if you're not going to say, oh, give me 10 French fries, right?
Okay, is accountable.
So
Okay.
it could be count. I generally think of it as
Yeah,
count.
onion is countable, a shirt
Okay.
is countable.
Excellent. All right, you get the idea.
Write positive sentence using the future will. Okay. I think our team will in the future win the match.
Good.
Yeah.
It made you think about it. I think our
Yeah.
team
No,
will
because
win the match.
I the first say one is a past.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, maybe she will take a language course in Italy.
Ah, very good. In Perugia.
Yeah, nice. The Perugia have the great university.
I would go back there again. I was only there one day, but it was nice.
Yeah, Perugia have the great university and is the capital of the chocolate in the world because is the you know the baci perugina.
Yes.
Yeah, the baci perugina.
Peruginas are delicious.
Perugina is from Perugia. Perugina.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back.
I will buy the tickets.
Okay. Now, what if I ask the question, who will be buying the tickets? Then you would say, I will be buying the tickets.
I buy the tickets.
But if I say who is buying,
Who
then
is
you would say, I am
maybe
buying.
yeah, who is when you ask, okay, this is my job, your job.
Sure. But if I ask in the question will be, then you would have to use will be here. Who will be buying? So for example, if I change this to ing, now you would have to say, I will be buying the tickets.
I will be buying the tickets. Okay.
Yes.
This is with the present.
Future continuous.
The future continuous, sorry. Okay. Perhaps she will do this for you.
Okay.
And we think he will stay at home.
Very good.
She hopes that he will cook dinner tonight.
All right. This is another good one to use ing.
Okay.
So now what do we do?
She will.
She hopes. Don't change that.
She hopes will that be. No. She hopes will.
Don't change the order. This does not change.
She hopes will that he.
Why do you want to put the will early in the sentence? She hopes that is not critical to the sentence.
Okay.
What is critical is he. He, just do this part right now. Change that part.
She hopes that.
No. Don't use she hopes that.
Okay.
Only use he.
Okay. Will he be cooking? No.
I didn't ask first questions. So
will be cooking dinner tonight.
He will be.
He will be cooking dinner tonight. He.
Okay,
he, because, okay.
So what I'm learning though, I never taught future conditional because that is coming up in the next. So I'm actually jumping the
No,
gun.
now it's clear. He will be
Will be.
okay. Or who will be cooking dinner tonight?
Perfect. Who will be cooking dinner tonight?
Okay.
In fact, let's try that. Nah, you know what? That's getting too crazy. All right, go ahead, number 7.
Okay. I'm sure they will understand your problem.
Sure, just will understand.
Or and they will be understanding your problem.
Yep, I'm sure they will be understanding your problem.
Okay. Okay. And they probably will go to the party.
Okay, so you have an option here. They probably will go to the party, or they will probably go to the party.
They
So
will
if you want the emphasis on go, then keep them together. They will probably go.
Okay. I can say
There's
both.
no restriction to one or the other.
Okay. They will
Probably
go to the party, or they probably will go to the party. Okay.
So for some people, they might prefer one or the other based on how it sounds to the ear. So they probably will go, they will probably go.
And
kind of the way you feel.
It's correct. They probably will be going to the party.
They probably will be going to the party. Yeah, that's grammatically correct.
Okay. I will get you a drink.
Okay.
And we will help you.
Very good. So yeah, they really aren't as hard as if we just put will in the verb, you're covered for those. If we do the buying, the ing, that's when we have to use buy, the be. If we have ing. So I'm not going to add that in because we haven't taught that part yet. All right, so let's see what we have here.
Okay, write the correct form of the comparative or superlative adjective for each sentence. Okay.
All right, this is fresh for you, so this is good.
Yeah. Come, this here was funniest camp this year was that last year because I already knew most. Okay, camp this year was funniest.
Well, let's start with what we need to know that can help us. So we have to decide if it's a comparative.
Camp this year was.
If it's a superlative. So we have the word than.
Funnier than. Camp this year was then funnier than last year because I already knew most of the other kids.
So this is an irregular situation. It follows the rule that you should double the N and do ER. Funner.
Funner.
Well, yeah, we cannot use superlative here. We don't have the. And we don't have but we have than. So we know we're going to use comparative. More than.
camp this
less
year
than.
was funner than last year because I already knew most.
So I'm going to try that. I have never checked this before, but generally what we hear, and it's irregular, more fun.
Is correct, more fun?
Yeah, it was more fun than last year. Now, does that mean you can't use funner? Let me see. There we go. Well, here, I'll just do it right here. This should catch it for me. Nope, right away it caught it. Funner is not a word.
No?
No.
In my translate, I can say funner.
You know why? Because it's following the grammatical rule as opposed to worrying about whether it's correct or not.
Funner than, più divertente di. I
Más
don't know.
divertido.
Yeah, I don't know. What? Okay, you are the boss. What? Where?
Well, for some reason, I just lost.
What is the right?
I lost the whole sentence. I don't know where. I don't know where it went. How do I do this? Let me do. There we go. Okay. Camp this year was more fun than last year. So it is irregular.
Okay, I found that disease say many dictionaries acknowledge this use, but still label the adjective form as informal. Funner.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So it probably was more common at one time and fell out of favor.
Okay, but is the right way in grammatical is more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, camp this year was more fun than last year because I already knew most of the other kids.
Perfect.
Your idea is the craziest that I've ever heard.
All right.
Okay, craziest things. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, that's missing that. You could use it without.
Okay.
All right.
Out of all of the dictionaries here, this one is the easier to understand.
Okay, so we're using the. That tells you
the more, when I use here, I put more, no? More easy.
Okay, let's start with our clues here. The first clue is the, tells us it's probably going to be a superlative. We don't have than, so that's another reason that it's not a comparative. The last thing is I'm saying here, out of all the dictionaries here. So maybe I have 10 dictionaries in front of me. And out of all those 10, my limit is 10. Which one is the maximum or minimum? Superlative. This one is the easiest. There you go.
To understand.
So when we're not sure, we want to look for the clues in the words. For example, in number 2, I have ever heard is of all the possibilities in my life, in my personal experience. So it's limited. That tells me it's a superlative. You are the tallest of all the people I know, or all my family. This is the easiest dictionary of all the dictionaries in my possession. Here. Could be in the store.
Okay. The better seats in this theater are in the center of the 5th row.
All right. Why do you decide on better instead of
best? Best. Okay. The best seats.
Okay.
In the theater.
Now notice I do have plural here, but I am comparing to all the options of the theater. So each row, or the orchestra, the sections, the loge, the other sections. So the best.
The best. Economic 449 is the most difficult course at the business college.
Very good. All right, number 6.
The television on the right appear I don't remember appear.
Clara?
Okay. The television on the right appear most clear than the one on the left.
So this would be clearer, the clearest. So clearer, the clearest. So even though it's awkward, now the question becomes, could you say more clear? It is possible to say more clear.
Okay, but
I don't always think of it as a comparative. For example, you are explaining to me why we should change the class to a different time. And you say, I lost my job, or I started a new job in the evenings, and now I can only take a class in the afternoons. Is that okay? And I say, oh yeah, that couldn't be more clear, because you already explained that your option changed. You're working the night now. So you could say more clear, but clearer, I think, ooh, what did happen there? Is what I think would be considered.
Okay, or the television on the right appear clearer than the one on the left.
Yep.
Okay. This restaurant has the most delicious guacamole than the one down the street.
Okay, so as soon as I said then.
Okay, the restaurant has
You know what?
The most as a most delicious.
As soon as I said then, and then I give you a second example down the street for comparison. So it would be comparative. This restaurant has a more delicious. Oh man, that just doesn't even sound right.
A more delicious.
You know, I copied this, and this was not a correct sentence. Or this restaurant has has a guacamole that is more delicious than the one down the street. Technically, more is all you're supposed to put here, but I don't like that. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change this. Whoop.
Okay.
How about that?
This restaurant has the most delicious guacamole in the city.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That was too
Okay,
confusing
okay.
before.
No problem. The teacher solution confused us because it was it's same. It was more confusing than the one in the book.
There you go. Okay.
I have the older house on my street.
Okay, so we're looking at all the houses on the street, not just one other house. So I have the oldest.
Oldest. Oh my God, yeah. Because it is a superlative. This here firework display was even bigger than last year's.
Now, if you look up even how it's used here, in Spanish, it's aún.
Anche.
Maybe aunque.
Even.
Even bigger was actually bigger. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you can use aunque.
This is a superlative. This year firework display was even bigger. Bigger.
No, yeah, bigger.
Bigger. Okay, I say bigger.
Yep.
But
what I was wondering if you knew what even was in Italian. I don't think it's
is anche is same is
okay.
More is the same. Anche più. Even more bigger.
Okay. Okay. Even bigger. Even more big. Okay, number 11.
You will get the if you will get the best deal if you buy your new laptop online.
All right, so best is correct. And what is deal?
Deal is accordo. I don't know in Spanish. Is when you talk with the other person about I don't know about if you want buy or sell, and
so negocio.
Negocio the about how much.
Sure.
And when you arrive there and at decision, you have the deal.
So the verb that I know in Spanish it's regatear.
Negoziare.
It's also negociar, but regatear is to bargain the price.
Okay. Affare, exactly.
Okay.
Accordo, affare, okay.
Cool. All right, 12.
Water is then soda when you are is more refreshing. more refreshing than soda when you are dehydrated.
Okay, dehydrated.
Dehydrated.
So hydrate, hydrated, dehydrate.
Dehydrate. Okay.
Cool.
More refreshing.
So hydra, is that Latin or is that Greek for water? Because we say fire hydrant.
Yeah, I mean, in Italia the word is same. Idratado.
It's Italian then.
In this
Dehydrado,
case,
yeah.
disidratato.
Cool. All right, number 13.
My company has a faster interconnection now. My company has fastest internet connection now. No, my company has faster interconnection now that it's been upgraded. Upgraded.
So what changes the sentence is this word, a. That tells us a faster. If I change this to the, then it would be the fastest.
Fastest.
Yeah. So if I had the, then I would change this to fastest. Because I have I only use faster.
Is a faster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's correct. Okay.
Yep, good. Well, and you caught yourself. You changed it in the middle, so good.
Yeah. Your grandmother is most intelligent than your grandfather.
Okay, so we have grandmother, grandfather, so we only have two, so comparative. So your grandmother is more intelligent.
Okay. More intelligent.
Not the most.
Okay. This is the baddest teacher I know.
Okay, so based on the rule, that would seem correct, but this is an irregular word. So just like good, better, best, bad, worse, the worst.
Oh, yeah. Bad, worse. Yeah.
So I guess I'm the worst teacher.
Okay. I'm not passed the test.
All right, so now this one, why don't you write these words down for now, and for homework, you can write sentences with these words.
Okay. Sorry, I take the picture for the...
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
When the document's ready, I'll send it, but for now, it's not ready.
Okay.
All right, now, we haven't really talked about this, but this will help me know understanding.
How long?
So, two meanings. So what is the difference when I use long here or here?
Okay. The number A is about the time.
Good. Okay.
The number 2 is the measures.
The measure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one.
We want to go to I ate too much. Okay. We want to go to is about okay, I ate too much is a feeling.
Is this
I hate to.
positive, neutral, or negative?
I don't know, maybe neutral, because I don't know, is a positive, because maybe you ate too much, maybe you are wait.
So when we use to
Two
describe, here it's used as demasiado.
is the same you, no? Two.
Well, too much is demasiado in Spanish, and too many is demasiados. And generally that's seen as negative.
Troppo. Yeah, is troppo is a negative. In Italian, is troppo is a negative. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we want to go to is a positive.
Okay.
We want.
Is there another word we could put here to replace to?
Ugualmente.
Okay. We want to go also.
Also. This is positive, no? Or neutral?
Less important, less critical, whether it's positive or negative, is that it means as well or also.
Okay.
Or like you said, equally, depending in the context. So whenever we say too much or too many, it generally means that we prefer menos, less.
Okay.
I ate too much. I wish I had stopped at 6 pieces of pizza instead of all 8.
No. Well, yeah, when I translate in Italian, the means is same, is negative.
All right, next pair.
He can only watch TV for a short while. Okay, Maria is short for, okay, is the same the first. The first is about the time.
Okay.
The second is about the measures.
The measure of her
Measures.
height.
Yeah.
Of her height.
Measure of, yeah.
Okay. So measure of time, measure of height.
Yeah. They just got here. Tom just got.
I gotta redo that. There you go. So they just got here. Tom just wants 1 piece.
Okay, the difference the difference is just go, and the second part is no got. I don't understand what you the means about the difference.
All right. So in this example, I could replace just with the word only.
Yeah, and the just
solamente. But
okay.
Here is not solamente.
This
is more like recientemente.
Recentemente, appena. Yeah.
Appena. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand the difference, but I have the problem for explain the difference.
Normally you're pretty good. All right. So this would be recently in time, or appena, as you know.
Yeah.
This would be only one. All right, and then the next one.
Did my phone ring? Did Joshua buy Veronica a ring?
Okay.
Okay, the different is the first is my phone ring, and in the second is the phone that other person close by me, by Veronica.
Did Joshua buy Veronica a ring? Here, this would be something physical to put on the finger, like to a promise ring or engagement ring for the wedding.
Okay. This is about the yeah. The first is about the phone, and the second about the ring for married or
Something, right?
oh
And then
yeah,
this one
yeah,
is the sound.
yeah, the sound, and the second is the things.
Cool.
Yeah, nice. Homonymy. Okay. Use each word in a sentence to explain the difference.
All right, take a picture of this one.
Okay. Week, week, week. Wake is wake up. Week is about a weekend.
Where is wake? No, there's no wake.
No?
Week.
Week. I don't remember what is a week.
All right, so what we need to do is look at our adjectives for week.
Okay, week is
Debil.
without the power.
Yes.
Okay. And okay. And week is about the semana, weekend.
7 days. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. New is about when you know the, I don't know, the other person, you know the book, you know.
Well, even when you just said I don't know,
Yeah.
he didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's no and
Yeah.
new. It's the past
Yeah.
of no. Okay.
Yeah. New is a new book, new shoes, new pant,
So
new
opposite
shirt.
of old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Red is the color, and red is read the book.
The past of read. Okay.
Yeah, the past. Yeah.
Cool. All right. There.
There is the plural. Their books,
Okay.
and there is there are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over there.
Over there. Yeah.
Are there, is there, yeah. So this one is a pronoun.
Pronoun is a
possessive.
Yeah.
Also an adjective.
Their books, they, I don't know.
Okay. Buy.
Buy is buy a new glasses. Buy.
Make a purchase. Go
Yeah.
shopping. Okay.
Buy is close.
It could be nearby, close by.
Yeah.
Walk by. He lives by my house. So yeah.
Neck. Okay. Use pronoun to complete the following sentence. Okay. May I borrow your pencil?
Okay.
Mariana forgot her notebook.
Okay. Her notebook is good.
Thomas and Katrina want to bring yours dog to the park.
Okay. Belongs to Thomas and Katrina.
Katrina want to bring their dog to the park.
Excellent.
Stephen and I finished our class early last night.
Okay, so possessive to us.
Yeah.
All right, here we have the T sound, finished.
Finished.
Cool.
And sister, my sister is taller than I am.
Very good.
When is Fred bringing his car to the mechanic?
You got it. All right, you breezed through most of that. There's just a couple that you found tricky. So that's true. I want to open up the adjectives again here. Let's see, opposite adjective. No, the time. There we go. All right. Now let me go back to share. I had to open up a document first. So now that we did superlatives, we can put the extremes on each side. So the extreme here for superlative would be the slowest, and over here would be the fastest. So I like to think of the arrow doesn't always have an ending. If we have maybe 6 children and they're running, we have a complete number, only 6. So one person is the slowest, one person is the fastest, and the other children are in the middle. Someone is slower, someone is faster.
Okay.
Now, sometimes there isn't an end here because we don't know if it's non-countable, like all the sand in the ocean or all the people in the world. We might not ever know who is the slowest or what is the slowest animal. Maybe there's still an animal we didn't discover. All right, the coldest, the hottest. So what do we have here now for thick and thin?
And the thicker,
right, so
and thinner.
Thicker, thin, thinner.
Thicker, thin, thinner, thickest.
The thickest, good.
Thickest and thinnest.
The thinnest. So this is really where you're going to get your practice here.
Okay.
The straightest, the curliest.
The curliest.
The lightest.
Lightest, heaviest, and darkest.
Okay.
Loosest.
Yeah.
And tightest.
Okay.
And most beautiful.
Very good.
And ugliest.
The ugliest. Okay.
Biggest and smallest.
Okay.
Strongest and weakest.
Good.
Healthiest and sickest.
Yep.
Lowest and highest.
That works.
And poor, more poor.
The poorest.
You see,
so
poorest.
Africa has the poorest nations.
Okay. Poorest, wealthiest, or richest?
All good.
Shortest, tallest.
Okay.
Thinnest, fattest, or heaviest?
Okay.
insanest and sanest.
So sanest would be correct. Insane, because it's two
Okay.
syllables, the most.
The most.
Insane.
The most insane and sanest.
There you go.
And the worst and best.
Ah, you got it.
And darkest and lightest.
Okay.
Happiest and unhappiest or saddest.
Do you think we use the
is it more
unhappiest?
unhappy?
Yeah, I'm going to take this out because people don't really use it that much.
Okay.
I am unhappy. It's just not, it's not common.
Yeah, sad is a better. Yeah. Healthiest, sickest, and skinniest, obesest.
The most obese.
Most obese. Okay. Most obese.
All right. The cheapest
is a more expensive.
The most expensive.
Most expensive, yeah.
Okay.
More distant. No?
Oh, I don't like, I am going to change that to far.
Okay, farthest and nearest.
Okay.
Most modern.
But by the way, the opposite of distant would be close.
Close. Closest.
Yeah. So nearest, the most distant, and the close.
Okay. Is most modern.
Yes.
Most ancient or most antique.
See, what's interesting here is it's kind of hard to say. How can something be more antique? Once it crosses a line, like it's 100 years old, they're all antiques. So are we asking the oldest antique? Be best to say there.
Oldest antique.
But we could say most ancient. Let's say we were talking about the tribes in the world. So we are looking at the nomadic tribes that traveled all of Europe. And so the most ancient tribe would be like the Iberians or the people from Greenland.
Yeah.
Think of it. All right, anyway, delicious or tasteless?
And most delicious and most tasteless.
Yep.
And the widest and narrowest.
Cool. So this one is an exception, narrowest. You probably would find the most narrow, but certainly not common.
Okay.
So it's another one of those two-syllable words, like quiet. Next one, go ahead.
Most talkative and quietest or silentest.
Most silent.
Most silent.
Yeah.
Okay. Careful. More careful.
The most careful.
The most careful and the most careless.
Good.
Laziest, hardest, and most working.
Hardest working.
Okay. Hard working.
Yeah.
Okay. Most pessimistic and most optimistic.
Good.
And tidiest or neatest.
Good.
Messiest or most disorganized.
Okay, most disorganized.
Most disorganized. Most patient and most impatient.
Okay.
Impatient.
Very good.
Friendliest and most unfriendly.
Okay.
Most dishonest and honestest.
Most honest.
Most honestest. Okay. Deepest and most shallow.
Cool.
most selfish, and most generous.
Very good.
Most straight.
So straight is one syllable. So straighter, the straightest.
Straightest. Okay. And most crooked and or waywest.
Both are good. Okay.
Bravest and most cowardly.
Very good. Let's see here. What did I say we were going to do? Distant. So, for example, we might say the scientists have discovered a new star that is the most distant in the universe, or something like that.
Okay. Most distant and closest.
Yeah. And then the other one I wanted to do was clever, cleverer, the cleverest.
Cleverest.
What
is clever? What is clever?
Look it up, because it could be listo in Spanish, could be ready, which is different. Clever is like saying smart, but it's a different kind.
Oh, smart. Yeah.
So the opposite
is most stupid.
I'm actually going to say dumb.
Dumbest.
Dumber and the dumbest. Yep.
Dumber. Dumber.
So there you go. That was
yeah.
I'll send you, you have the opposite. You have that document we just used?
No.
All right, then I'll send that to you. That's
okay.
Good for practice. And then,
Thank you.
If you're not sure of a word, look it up.
Yeah, thank you so much for the lesson.
I'll see you on
Tuesday. We have the great weekend. See you the next week.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Bye-bye.